Hi guys, and welcome to an incredibly late review of the Coventry vs Sunderland game. Now, I will keep it relatively short and sweet because it is so late. I've had a really busy weekend, so I haven't been able to upload any kind of videos over Saturday and Sunday, so I thought I'd just give you a really quick one now. I'm recording this on Monday, so we are playing Peterborough tomorrow, so I'm very late. Apologies for that, but I'll just give, sort of quick thoughts on the game. Of course, we did draw 1-1. We'll go through the injuries first, which was a massive part of that game. Within 2 minutes, Leuven's he's off injured, so it looked like a hamstring injury originally, so he's expected to be out for quite a while. Hume also went off about midway through the first half, and he didn't actually look fantastic. None of the team were great, particularly in the first half. Were absolutely shocking in my opinion, but Hume didn't look great either. He looked a little bit out of his depth. He was pushed around a little bit. Nothing seemed to be coming off of the lad. He didn't seem to be that sort of attacking threat that we'd seen in the last couple of games. But obviously, of course, it's a massive, massive shame that he's gone off injured. He's gone over on his knee, it looked like. So it looked like he might have jarred his knee or something like that. So he's going to be out for a while. Gooch as well, with about 15-20 minutes to go in that game. We were pretty much playing with 10 men for the last sort of 15 minutes because Gooch, he hurt himself as well. It did look like a hamstring injury. He did go to Jack Ross. He originally wanted to come off the pitch, but Jack Ross did manage to, or he sort of persuaded him to stay on the pitch. So we were practically playing with 10 men. Hats off to Gooch because he still tried. Ross basically Ross basically just chucked him up top. Said, do what you want. I'd rather you be on the pitch than not be on the pitch, regardless of an injury or not. And the reason he kept him on because we already gone through all of our subs. So Gooch, he still ran about a little bit up top, and he still was a little bit of a nuisance. Obviously, he couldn't quite give the sort of impact that we'd expect him to because of his injury. But on the whole, it was another really bad performance, personally. I think the first half especially was awful. I didn't see the point in us having a midfield whatsoever because, McLaughlin would roll it out, as he does, and the defenders would just hoof it aimlessly, and it'd go to no one. I heard, Ross was saying before the game that he's trying to sort of spread the play a bit more. He'd like us to spread the play a bit more rather than players coming deep, collecting the ball and going. He wants to try and spread the play because he believes we've got those players who can get in behind and be nuisances in that kind of way, which I agree to an extent, but Jesus Christ, did we not take it literally? Every time a centre-back or a defender would get the ball, or even if Katz or Honeyman or McGee could pick it up, it was either just give it straight back to the defender or just lump it over the top. And poor Madge's he was stood there all game, 90 minutes pretty much. He got, I think, 1 or 2 touches on the ball, Madge. That was it. It was just lumped over the top, going nowhere. It either goes out for a throw or for a goal kick or straight to their goalkeeper. And it was absolutely piss poor to watch. It was absolutely piss poor. I mean, I was hoping that we kind of brought our sexy football back because it was on Sky. We could show the world, Sunderland have changed. And it was just horse shit. It really was absolute shit. But we did start off relatively bright in the second half, and we did manage to get a goal through Cattermole. Again, it's his 3rd goal of the season, which is absolutely insane. He's becoming this goal-scoring midfielder now, isn't he? Which I never thought I'd ever say. So the ball was pinged across goal, and there was Katz, back post, with no one marking him. He's hit it first time, just cracking little finish to be fair to him, to put us in the lead, and I thought, right, okay, that's going to boost us, we're going to go now. It was relatively against the run of play. I've seen a few reports saying that we absolutely dominated Coventry in that first half, and I honestly can't see where the hell they got that from, because it was just such end-to-end, hoof it, and it was shocking from both teams. But we did come out relatively bright in the second half, and so we did get the goal. And then as soon as we got that goal, it was like we just thought, right, we'll stop now. We'll stop playing. Because Coventry absolutely battered us. An absolute onslaught. There's a couple of times where we did get forward. And when we did get the ball down in that final third, we looked very dangerous. We really did. But we didn't get to that point enough because we were just hoofing it and chasing balls and making it really hard for ourselves. And I don't think those tactics work. What Jack Ross had said, try to spread the play or put balls over the top. It's not going to work. We don't have the kind of plays for that. Madge needs the ball into his feet to turn. He loves it at his feet so he can run at plays. He didn't get that opportunity once in that game. And then when we did get the ball, into the winger's feet, be it Maguire or Gooch, we looked so dangerous. But so after Cattermole'S did get his goal, they had chance after chance after chance. Some incredible saves from McLaughlin. And I swear to you, if McLaughlin weren't in goal, then we could have lost 6, 7, 8, and I'm not even exaggerating about that. If we had Lee Camp in goal, then it would have been an absolute bloodbath because he made some absolutely insane saves on Saturday. But Coventry, their pressure eventually did prevail and they managed to get themselves an equaliser. And did we react? We did, actually, we did. We brought Max Power on the around 70-minute mark, and he completely changed the game because everything was just shit up until then, to be completely honest. He brought a more attacking threat from the midfield. He was just so positive. He collected the ball and he turned, and his not hoofing, his direct passing when he is switching the play, it's pinpoint, it's accurate, and it's positive, like I say. But when the likes of Honeyman got on the ball or McGee got on the ball, it was just hoof it football, and it was awful to watch, and there was just nothing in it. It was just hopeful shit. Power come on, as soon as you get the ball, it turn, it pushes forward, and it was just so positive. But then obviously the Gooch injury happened, which didn't help. I think if Gooch was at full fitness, I think we might have been able to sneak a win there, because we started to absolutely batter them for the last sort of 15-20 minutes. And there's a couple of times, and there was a very good chance for Gooch when the ball was pinged in across goal, and I think that was by Power. And I think if Gooch was fit, I think he'd be able to stretch his leg out a bit further because it was just inches. And there was a similar opportunity for Cattermole'S as well when it was pinged across goal, and it just missed him as well. But they did get a really good chance, Portsmouth, towards the end of the game. Ball was hoofed over the top. Flanagan completely misses the ball, and it goes through to Chaplin. He's one-on-one with the keeper. You would have put your mortgage on him to score that one, but McLaughlin gets enough behind it to take the power off the shot, but then the ball kept on rolling past McLaughlin as if it's going to go over the line, and there's Baldwin to save our arses yet again. Well, to save Flanagan's arse yet again, and the other defender's arse yet again. And then he manages to bust a gut, get to the goal line and hoof it away and clear it off the goal line. And it did end up finishing 1-1. All in all, maybe a fair result, given the opportunities that Coventry also did have as well in their one-on-one with a keeper chance that they had as well. But the one thing that just worries me so much is those defenders, man. I mean, Baldwin, he's just babying Matthews and Flanagan a lot of the time in that game. He really did, because for their goal that was conceded, it was coming down the left-hand side, and it was a bit of a loose ball, and either Flanagan or Matthews have to go for it. It looks like it's a bit of miscommunication, and both of them end up leaving it. So then they managed to burst down the left, they put it across goal, and they score. And it was just shit. It really is shit. And then when Flanagan made the mistake towards the end, when Chaplin went through, it was Baldwin who saved his arse again. Baldwin is the only shining light in that defence, because other than that, it's absolutely piss poor. We can't clear set pieces properly. It always ends up being a bigger deal than what it has to be. And if they sharpen up and we manage to get our shit together in midfield rather than growing into this hoof-it football sort of nature and mentality, then we're going to have half a chance. But at the minute, we're not dominating teams. We're not, you know, a huge league above them. We're not, because most of the games that we've played, it could have gone either way. Even the ones that we've won, I think the only one where I can say, you know, we definitely deserve to win was a Scunthorpe game when we won 3-0, because we absolutely played them off the park. It was excellent football, and that was it. Other games, even when we beat teams 4-1, you know, you could argue that they were relatively unfair results given the opportunities that the other teams had as well, or the way that the game had panned out. So they've all been relatively close. We're not a mile ahead of everyone else as of yet. I think personally that we're at the moment playing to about 50-60% of our potential, if that. And I think once it does start to click completely and entirely, then we can say that we're a cut above the rest. Because this team, really, it should be, in hindsight, really it should be. But we need to remember it is only 10 games. If you offered me 10 games and only one defeat before the season started, I would have snatched your hand off for it. I really would. So I think we need to stay positive in that aspect. There's still plenty of time for this team to gel. We're still 4th in the league. We've got Peterborough tomorrow, which is going to be the biggest game so far and the biggest test, because I think Peterborough are one of the best teams in this league by a mile. They play some very decent football as well. They've got some very dangerous players there at Peterborough. So with our injuries as well, it's going to be very interesting to see where or who Jack Ross plays. I don't know, guys. I'm just terrified of our defence. I'm terrified of our defence. I think the likes of Honeyman as well, and I've said it before, and I feel like I'm digging him out every time I speak about him now. And I like Honeyman, I do, but with every game that passes, I'm struggling to see what he offers. I really am. I think there's other players in there that could potentially do so much better than him. He can offer us in different aspects of giving us a bit of energy and stuff like that. But when I see him, I'm trying to just pick out little things. I've said it a million times, and I don't want to keep slating him, but he needs to stop proving me wrong, because he didn't really do much, really, against Coventry, apart from the one incredibly good chance that he had. And to be fair, their keeper pulled off an absolute worldie of a save. He's absolutely smashed it. Very good connection, Honeyman, from relatively close range, right into that bottom left-hand corner, and the keeper somehow manages to get down and parry it away. But other than that, Honeyman, it was just wasteful, and he just ran around a bit or just tried to keep it easy or pass it back to the defence, you know. And he's supposed to be the sort of attacking midfielder. You know, I don't see what he offers personally. Of course, if you want a bit of energy, he's your man. Is he going to work hard? Of course he is. But then when he does get on the ball, what are you getting from him? I'm just struggling. I really am struggling, and I just feel that Jack Ross, now that he's given Honeyman the captaincy, he's shot himself in the foot, because now he's going to feel like he can't replace him with anyone else. Because if I was Jack Ross, I'd probably have Power, Cattermole, and McGeoch in midfield. I'd probably play Mumba if we saw a bit more of a Mumba or Robson ahead of Honeyman at the minute. I probably would, because it's not me saying he's a bad player. I'm just literally not seeing what he offers at all, apart from running around like a headless chicken half the time. Maybe give O'Nien a chance as well, because O'Nien can surely offer a bit more than Honeyman. I don't even know whether it's a bad patch or this is just what Honeyman offers. But that's it for today, guys. I hope you have enjoyed. I hope it hasn't come across a bit, too depressing. I am feeling positive going into the game on Tuesday. Back at the Stadium of Light, we've just won the last game at the Stadium of Light. It's the first one under lights as well. Fans will be behind the squad. And I'm just hoping to God that we do get a win. I really, really do. But if you have enjoyed, please hit the like button. It would be massively appreciated. And subscribe to the channel if you're not already, to become a fully fledged member of the Sarny Army. But for now, you take care and stay jamming.